Good morning. My name is Dan. I am 58 years old. It is August 30th, 2018. It is Thursday morning, and I'm getting ready to go to work. And I suffer from RLS, Restless Leg Syndrome. It's about 3:30 a.m. in the morning. I'm normally at work at this time. I'm usually up by about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and going to work somewhere between 2 and 3 a.m. Today I'm kind of behind, I'm kind of late, but there's really no reason for me to be there quite that early, but I'll be heading off here pretty quick. So I'm usually going to bed about somewhere between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon every day. And usually the RLS starts hitting me after I've been asleep for about an hour. And it's super annoying to have to get up after only an hour of sleep and walk around the house like this. That seems to be the only thing that really helps me out, is to just get up and walk around and just try to walk it off. And it usually takes about an hour for me to be able to go back to sleep then. So I really hate it. It's very, very annoying. And lately it's been affecting me for about, pretty much every day for about 2 weeks. And annoying, that's the only word I can use to describe it. Very, very annoying. So there appears to be really no cure for this from what I've seen. And they don't even seem to really know what causes it, other than, some type of circulation blood flow type thing. I am on high blood pressure medication. And it seems like this started after I started taking that in 15, but it's just lately it's really taken off and just kind of went somewhere, and so a few days ago I started doing some online research, just basically Googled my symptoms and came up with all this information. A couple of things that aggravate it is some medications, the type of medication that is in sleeping pills. I take sleeping pills once in a while, very rarely. But something that I take a little bit more often is Tylenol PM, because I suffer from arthritis. And the last couple of times I took the Tylenol PM, it started making me drowsy, but the RLS, and that's hard to say, RLS seems to kick in even before I can go to bed. And man, that's not good. And then I started realizing that Tylenol PM is actually making this worse, and that's one of the reasons that I Googled my symptoms and found out that stuff is bad news. So I got rid of the PM medicine and the sleeping pills, and I won't ever take them again. As I said, I do have arthritis, and you see right behind me there a walker over there that I still use occasionally. I had to buy that last year. Actually in January, because I had to have a total hip replacement due to severe arthritis in my right hip. And anyway, that's all good now. My right hip is great, but I also have arthritis in my left hip, which is not severe, but I have arthritis in my left ankle. I shattered my ankle in 1982, and I have hardware in there, and according to the doctor, arthritis has set in. So I'm on my feet all day at work, and sometimes I come home in the afternoon and it's hurting so bad that I end up using the walker to get around. The only medication I have is a regular Tylenol 8-hour. I'm not allowed to have ibuprofen because of bleeding issues that I had in the past. But the Tylenol 8 hours seems to help. But the only thing that really kills the arthritis pain is the oxycodone that I had for my hip replacement. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to get, but I do have some left over from hip replacement surgery, and I rarely take it, but when I do, I am feeling no pain. It's very dangerous stuff, and I don't recommend anybody taking it, but for me, it's the only thing that kills the arthritis pain. And now I have the RLS Restless Leg Syndrome to deal with on top of all these other problems. And it's just, all I can say is just very, very annoying. I do have a doctor's appointment coming up next month. I have to go in for my 6-month exam, do a fasting lab and blood work and all that, and I plan to talk to my doctor about the RLS and see if there's anything that can be done, but it doesn't sound like there is. So anyway, I thought I would try to reach out to other RLS victims out there, because there appears to be a lot of people across the United States and around the world that suffer from this. So I thought I would just put together a little YouTube channel and see if I can't connect up with some people, and we'll try to help each other out a little bit. You know, it's bad. It's really annoying to be disturbed in the middle of your night, you know, by this, you know, when you're trying to sleep. Very, very annoying. One last thing I forgot to talk about was coffee. Another thing, caffeine, is another cause of another thing that will cause the RLS. I'm having trouble with that. Will cause the RLS to worsen, and I was drinking quite a lot of coffee actually. So let me show you, as I close out here, my coffee situation as of now. Like a lot of Americans, I really enjoy my morning coffee, but it was more than that. I was drinking coffee at night. I was making a whole pot of coffee, and I would drink about 2 of my favorite coffee cups right there in the morning, and then the rest I would come home in the afternoon and I would have iced coffee in the afternoon for a nice afternoon pickup. And it was very nice, but I can no longer do that. So when I was making the full pot of coffee, I was using a good heaping container like that every day. And now I have cut it way down to something like that, about that much. And that's all I make. And this is going to be for tomorrow morning. And this is my water for the coffee. This is how much water I'm using now. I drew that line on that picture, but I'm actually making a little bit less than I originally allowed myself. And that's going to give me 2 cups, and that's all I'm going to have for the day. So I'm hoping that cutting down on the strength and the amount of coffee is going to help my RLS. So we'll see how cutting back on coffee is going to do, if that's going to help with what's been going on. I've cut down on the coffee for a couple of days now. So we'll see what happens tonight when I go to bed later on today and try to get some sleep. If I do wake up like normal with the RLS, you know, a few hours after I've went to bed, then I will actually grab a camera that I have over there. I got a little tiny GoPro right there on the nightstand next to my bed, and I'll grab that and just kind of start filming, and we'll just kind of see how things go. So once again, just trying to connect up with other folks that are suffering from this same thing, and as I said, maybe we can help each other out. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.